Oh hi. Belo Horizonte, the city and municipality in the southeast of Brazil, the capital of the state of Minas Gerais. The name is translated from Portuguese as the beautiful horizon. The second. After Teresina, the Brazilian city built according to the plan. Mesoregion component agglomeration of Belo Horizonte is in structure of large city agglomeration of Belo Horizonte. Enters the economical and statistical microregion of Belo Horizonte. Occupies the space of 330.954 km. The skull and jaw found near Belo Horizonte in a cave of Lopa do Santo in Lagoa Santa. Lagoa Santa. Her dated age of 9.4 thousand years so far. The cave was inhabited by 12.7 thousand more years so far. The calibrated date. Before the European colonization, the territory of today's Belo Horizonte was inhabited by the Indian tribes which were engaged in hunting and collecting. White visited her. The band errant from Sao Paulo who got here in search of gold became the first at the end of the 17th century. In 1701 the gold digger Joan Lady Guia Silva Ortiz, involved with beauty of the place and favorable climate, based a cattle breeding farm of Curral del Rey here. The farm developed very successfully that attracted to the region of other white immigrants, generally from the Valley de San Francisco rivers. The white rural village slowly grew without special shocks up to 1893, when the government of the state of Minas Gerais, because of the political struggle between various regions threatening to lead to disintegration of the state, decided to transfer his capital from Ouro Preto to New, especially for this purpose the built city. After long discussion, thanks to soft climate and convenient geographic location as the site Curral del Rey was chosen, at the same time it was planned to call the new capital Ciudad de Minas. The architect Reis, who by then already became famous for development of the construction plan of Teresina, was invited for creation of the local plan of the city, which became to the Brazil's second, constructed according to an advanced developed scheme. Moving of authorities happened on December 12, 1897, as it is considered formal date of foundation of the city. Though many planned buildings and streets not only weren't built by then, but also didn't even begin to be under construction. In 1906 Ciudad de Minas was renamed into Belo Horizonte. Approximately at the same time, the steady growth of both urban economy and number of his population continuing up to our days began. Promptly increasing number of citizens quickly exceeded growth reserves put by flight to his scheme of city development. In the 1940th years, the famous architect Oscar Niemeyer, in cooperation with the mayor and future president of the country, Tushuslin Kubitschek, created the new development plan for the city, which is considered as one of the most successful town planning projects of the 20th century. Belo Horizonte. It is located on the Atlantic plateau of Brazil, at the height slightly less than a kilometer above sea level, in the natural region of Cerrado. From the south the city is limited to the ridge Serra do Espinhaço. The Ribeiro Rudas River, flowing through the urban area, suffers from strong pollution from sewer and industrial drains, and also dumping into her of household waste. The city lies on border tropical savanna and subtropical oceanic climatic zones. on Köpen's classification A and Qua respectively. Summer hot and rainy, winter warm and dry. Thanks to almost kilometer height above sea level, Belo Horizonte is considerably saved from the closeness usually peculiar to these types of climate that does it very comfortable for the person. According to the Brazilian Institute of Geography and Statistics, the population of the city in 2013 made 2.48 million people, agglomerations more than 5.2 million. The fifth and third places over the country respectively. Racial structure of the population. White -46.7%. Pardo -41.9%. Blacks -10.2%. Asians -1.1%. About 30% of citizens are made by descendants of natives of Italy. They are followed by citizens of the Portuguese, German, Spanish and Levantiste origin. About 70% of inhabitants, Catholics, 20%, Protestants, atheists about 8%. The crime rate in Belo Horizonte averaged by the standards of the large cities of Brazil. That is very high by the standards of Russia or the EU. But the most part of crimes is committed in favelas. Belo Horizonte possesses modern, advanced economy which fundamentals. About 80%. The sources and specified 652 days services sector makes in particular. Information technologies. In the city, the Brazilian representative office of Google is placed. Biotechnologies. Fashion. Business tourism. Jewelry. Belo Horizonte is considered the capital of the Brazilian jewelers. The industry still plays an important role in urban economy. First of all, it belongs to ferrous metallurgy. Besides the mechanical engineering, the light and food industry, pharmacology, production of furniture and construction materials, chemical industry are developed. In particular, production of the biodiesel. In Belo Horizonte, the headquarters of such large Brazilian metallurgical companies as Acominas, Usiminas, and Belgominera are placed. In areas adjacent to the city, gold deposits, iron and manganese ores, gemstones are developed. On the handout Amazonas, several campuses of the Federal Center of Technical Education Minas Gerais, one of the leading Brazilian educational institutions in the sphere of technologies, are constructed. Also, there is a headquarters of the University of the State of Minas Gerais and Papal Catholic University Minas Gerais. International Airport Tutankhamunes. IATA. Sinaf-ICA. Esekfi. Located in 30 kilometers from the downtown and municipality of Confins, a passenger turnover more than 10 million people a year. 2013. Regular passenger flights are performed to all main cities of Brazil and also to Buenos Aires, Miami, Panama and Lisbon. In the region of Pampulha to the north from the center there is an international airport, Carlos Drummond de Andrade. Since 2005 he serves generally local flights. In Belo Horizonte 3 federal highways are crossed. BRI-40. Brasilia, Rio de Janeiro. BRI-262. Vitória, Caramba. And BRI-381. Belo Horizonte, Sao Paulo. In Belo Horizonte the subway. 1 landline, 19 stations, 28 kilometers. And a set of bus routes works. In Belo Horizonte several the most popular Brazilian rock groups, among which there is Jota Quest, Nailbomb, Overdose, Sepultura, were based. In 60 kilometers from Belo Horizonte there is a park, largest in South America, the Museum of Modern Art. In your team entering the territory of the microregion of Belo Horizonte. In the territory of the park museum sculptures Aniawa Kusama, Chris Burden, Elio Oiticiqui, Sildo Melish's installations, Zhang Huan, Doug Aitken, Dan Graham, Tongue Trees, Giuseppe Pennon, Paul McCarthy, Jorge Macchi and other artists are under the open sky placed. Besides the exhibition platform, the Inyo Team Park at the same time is a full-fledged botanical garden. In 2012 the art park was visited by about 400,000 visitors. In Belo Horizonte at Minurán Stadium within the FIFA World Cup of 2014 6 matches were held. 4 games of a group stage, 1 game 1/8 of the final and also 1 semi-final.
Combined Brazil lost to German national team with the score 1-7 in a semi-final.
In the history of the Brazilian soccer I lost the second time in native walls. The first time it occurred in World Cup 1950 final at Maracanã Stadium. Statistics.
The gross internal product for 2005 makes 28,386,694 million reals.
Data. Brazilian Institute of Geography and Statistics. The gross internal product per capita for 2005 makes 11951 reals. Data. Brazilian Institute of Geography and Statistics. The index of human development for 2000 makes 0.839. Data. Program of Development of the Union. Twin Cities. Angola, Luanda, Angola. 1968.
Lebanon, Tuzal, Lebanon.
1974. Spain, Granada, Spain. 1975. Portugal of Porto, Portugal. 1986. Belarus, Minsk, Belarus. 1987.
Cubes, Havana, Cuba.
1995.
People's Republic of China, Nanjing, People's Republic of China.
1996. States of Palestine, Bethlehem, State of Palestine. 2001. Syria, Homs, Syria. 2001. Nicaragua, Messiah, Nicaragua. 2002. Libya of Tripoli. Libya. 2003. USA, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, USA. 2003. Honduras, Tegucigalpa, Honduras. 2004. Ecuador, Cuenca, Ecuador. 2004. India, Calcutta, India. 2009. USA, Newark, New Jersey, USA. 2006. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.